Good morning. Am I audible? Okay. So today we'll discuss about operating systems. Like what are the different types of operating systems we have? So there are like two types of operating systems mainly. One is Windows operating system. The Windows operating system is introduced by Microsoft company. So Microsoft has developed Windows OS and the source code of Windows operating system also. Source code means what? The code which is developed by the team, IT team. They write the code, they write some programs to develop this operating system. So this source code is very like confidential. Like outside people cannot see the source code of Microsoft's Windows operating system because it is like confidential. And to install this Windows operating system in our systems or in our computers, you need to purchase that Windows operating system. The genuine license will be cost around 1,000 to 2,000. The different versions of Windows operating system, Microsoft has introduced Windows 98 version, Windows XP version, Windows Vista version, 7, 8, 8.1, Windows 10, and recently Windows 11. These are the various versions of Windows which are introduced by Microsoft company. If you want to install these operating systems in your computer or laptop, you need to purchase license. License will be around 1,000 to 2,000 rupees. But these operating systems are designed only for computers and laptops, not for servers. If you want to install Windows operating system in servers, like as I told in my introduction class, there are different versions like Windows 2012, Windows 2016, Windows 2019, Windows 2020, Windows 2022, Windows 2023. These versions are specially designed for installing them in servers. Next. This is one of the operating systems we know, and the other operating system is Unix operating system. Unix operating system is developed by some random people, and they kept the source code of Unix operating system open to the world. Just give me a minute, wait. I'll be back. Okay, fine. So Unix is one of the operating systems. The source code of Unix is developed by some people and it is open to everyone. Since the source code of Unix operating system is open, one person called Linus Torvald. So this person, what he did means he took the source code of Unix operating system. He took the source code of Unix operating system. On top of that source code, he added his own code changes. He added his own flavors. Then he named that operating system as Linux operating system. So Linus Torvald took the source code of Unix operating system. On top of that, he added some changes. Then he named that operating system as Linux operating system. Not only Linus Torvalds, some reputed companies like IBM also. IBM also took the source code of Unix. On top of that, they added their flavors. Then they named that operating system as AIX operating system, which is developed by IBM company. Even HP company also, Hewlett Packard, that company also took the source code of Unix. On top of that, they added their changes. Then they named it as HP UX operating system. Like Apple company also took source code of Unix. They added their flavors. Then they named that operating system as Mac. Sun Microsystems also took the source code of Unix and they added their flavors and they named that OS as Solaris operating system. So here, if you observe, all these operating systems, Linux, IBM AIX, HP UX operating system, Mac operating system, Solaris operating system, these all operating systems are originated from where? From Unix. Means they took Unix source code. Like 90% of the operating system will be here Unix only. On top of the 10% Linux changes, like overall. Like here also they took like almost 90%, they added their changes. So the core operating system from this is Unix only. This is like parent, these are like child operating system. If you want to install Mac operating system in your laptop, you cannot get it for free of cost. You need to purchase from Apple company. Apple will sell you this operating system. If you want to install this one, HP will sell you this OS. IBM will sell you this. Sun Microsystem will sell this Solaris license. But Linux is not like that. Linux is open source. Linus Torvalds kept this operating system open for anybody. Anybody can download this. Anybody can install in their machines for free of cost. He kept it open source. Since Linux is open source, again, some companies, big companies like Amazon, started taking the source code of Linux operating system. On top of that, Linux code changes, they added their changes, their flavors, and then they named it as Amazon Linux operating system. Amazon Linux is like combination of Unix plus Linux plus Amazon Linux because it is originated from Linux. Linux is originated from where? Unix. So it is a it is a combination of Unix plus Linux and Amazon Linux. Not only Amazon company, some group of people, some community of people together, they developed an operating system by taking the code change of Linux. Then they named it as CentOS, and even Red Hat company also took the source code of Linux. On top of that, they added the changes and they named it as RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux Operating System. This is Community Enterprise Operating System, Ubuntu Operating System, Debian Operating System, SUSE Operating System. Like all these operating systems are developed, originated from, all these operating systems are originated from Linux. And these all operating systems are originated from Unix. So this is like grandparent, parent, child. For all these flavors, Linux is the core. For all these flavors, Unix is the core. Overall, Unix operating system is the core operating system among all of them. So this is the history of operating system, how they originated. Mainly, we have only two operating systems, core, Windows and Unix. In Unix, we got these many number of flavors, different operating systems. Till here, any doubts? You can ping in the chat if you have anything, any questions. Okay, right. Next one, like Windows operating system architecture. Like what is the architecture of Windows operating system? Let's see. So this is in hardware. Means what? Hardware. Hardware. Physical device, laptop or computer. Okay. On top of this hardware, on top of this hardware, I'm installing operating system. Which operating system? Here we're discussing about Windows architecture, right? So we install Windows operating system. Once you install Windows operating system in a new laptop or in a new device, you can see a shell on top of that. We can see that shell. Shell means what? This CMD, command prompt. This black screen we call as shell screen. This is called shell screen. Okay. So on top of that Windows operating system, we can see shell. Again, on top of shell, there is something called the GUI, means graphical user interface. If a user want to give any input, he will give his input on top of GUI. For example, I want to create one folder. What I'll do, I'll give my input to GUI. GUI means what? So this is all GUI only. So GUI, graphical user interface. We are seeing these pictures, these icons, this time, date. Here, these all these icons, search icon, start button. This is what this is. Everything is GUI, graphical. Like we are seeing the interface of graphical design. Right? If you want to give any input, like we need to give our input to GUI. If I want to create one folder, right click new folder. Folder name AWS 8 AM. That's it. I have given my input on top of GUI and I can see the output. So here I have given my input to GUI and finally I can see the output also. Not only for GUI, user can give his input to shell also. Whatever we do from GUI, you can do from shell also. But the difference is here you no need to give any commands. Here you just need to look into the options from the console. But if you want to interact with shell, you need to work with some commands. For example, I want to create one folder in desktop. Let me change to desktop folder. CD desktop means change directory. I'm changing my directory to desktop. Currently, I'm in Aravind folder. I'm changing to desktop. Now, let's create a directory. Let's create a folder. mkdir. Let's make directory name. DevOps 8 AM. Folder name is DevOps 8 AM. Enter. Now see here. Folder is created. Let's create one more folder. mkdir Linux 8 AM. So Linux 8 AM folder is also created. That means here, what's the difference? We can give input to GUI, you can give input to shell. Here you need to work with commands. Everything, whatever you do, you need to give with commands. But if you want to interact with GUI, you don't need to give any commands. Which one is simple, GUI or shell? Means obviously GUI, because here everything we deal with options, like whatever the option. Just by looking into the options, you can understand, okay, to create a folder, to create a shortcut, to create a text document, to create a zip, like everything you can look into the options and you can do it. But command prompt, if you want to interact with shell screen, it's not like that. You need to learn, you need to understand. Okay. Next, Linux architecture. In Linux also we have hardware. On top of hardware, we install kernel. Kernel is also nothing but operating system. But the terminology here we use kernel. In Windows, we use the terminology as operating system. In Linux, we use terminology called kernel, but both are same. Both are like operating systems. On top of kernel, once you install operating system, you will be seeing shell screen. Like on top of shell, user has to give their inputs. Here we don't have any GUI. Directly we interact with shell. If you want to interact with shell, you need to learn what you need to do. You need to learn Linux commands. If you don't know Linux commands, you cannot interact with shell. But here, even if you don't know the commands, you can interact with GUI and you can work with Windows operating system. That's why people learn Linux operating system to interact with Linux OS. You need to learn Linux commands. For that, people will learn Linux course, but people will not learn Windows course, Windows operating system, because Windows is very easy. It is user friendly. By looking into the console GUI, you can understand and you can deal with it. But here, it's not like that. You don't have GUI. You need to work with. You need to interact with shell using Linux commands. We don't know Linux commands. That's why people take Linux course. So this is the difference between Windows architecture and Linux architecture. Any questions here? Ping me in chat if you have any questions. Okay, fine. If no questions, then I'll move to next. Next, advantages of Linux operating system over Windows. What advantages we are getting? It is an open source. The source code of Linux operating system is available easily. It is not kept as confidential. Source code means what? The code, the programs which are written for developing Linux operating system is an open source. And it is free of cost. You can download Linux and install in your system for free of cost. You don't need to purchase it. You don't need to buy the license. No need to pay the money. And it is lightweight. Why we call lightweight? Because the storage of Linux operating system is like very less. I'll tell you the difference. You are downloading on 4K video song. It is around 100 MB. Same song you're downloading, just audio song you're downloading, that MP3 format. It is around 4 MB. Here, same video song 100 MB, audio song 4 MB. What is the difference means? In this song, you're getting like 4K picture quality with like huge high graphics, 4K quality. That's why the storage size is more. Here, no graphics, nothing, just audio. That's why 4 MB. Similarly, Windows operating system also, you are getting GUI, graphical user interface. So it occupies like more storage, around 30 GB storage to install Windows OS. But if you want to install Linux operating system in your computer, it occupies around 8 GB only. Whereas this one, 30 GB, it is 8 GB. That's why we call it as lightweight operating system. If it is lightweight, performance is also fast. Because of less weight, it will not take more time for loading. It will not take more time for loading also. Next, security. Compared to Windows operating system, Linux is like highly secure. Nobody can hack Linux operating system. It requires no antivirus programs also for protection. That means, see, in Windows operating system, you downloaded one Google Chrome software. Along with Google Chrome, like virus also downloaded. Like this virus also spread across Windows operating system. You got virus along with Chrome, and that virus is spreading across your Windows OS. What do you need to do? You need to install antivirus software to remove this. Otherwise, you need to delete it. Like you need to uninstall each and every software. Like you need to uninstall complete Windows operating system and you need to reinstall. But in Linux operating system, you downloaded something. Along with that, if virus is coming, this virus will not spread across system. It will not spread across OS. You can uninstall this particular package. If you uninstall this particular package, that's fine. Your virus will be gone. But here it's not like that. That virus will spread to all the packages, to all the softwares. So you need to install antivirus program. Otherwise, you need to uninstall your entire operating system. So here in Linux operating system, it doesn't need any antivirus program. If virus is came, you can uninstall that particular package so that virus will be gone. So these are the advantages of Linux operating system. Any doubts in this Linux advantages? You have like option to ping in the chat. If you have any questions, you can ping. I can explain. Next, differences between Windows operating system and Linux operating system. In Windows operating system, we call administrator. What is meant by administrator? Let's see. When I install this operating system, I have to give the username for my OS. While I install this OS in my system, I need to set up one user account. So I have given the username as Arvind. So this user Arvind is the administrator of this computer. Means this user Arvind can perform any activity. He can install any softwares. He can uninstall any softwares. He can like remove other users. He can add users. He can uninstall operating system. Anything he can do. He's like administrator, means he's like owner of the computer, like owner of a building. I want to give uh like access to my brother also. Like my brother is also want to share same computer with me. I will not share the password of this user. Instead, what I'll do, I'll create one more user. Say manage another account. I'll create one more user for him, but he will not become administrator. He will be a like normal user. He will be a normal user with limited permissions. I can give him limited permissions like Chrome, uh, my Excel, MS Word, PPT, like limited access I can give. Only he can use these things. Other than this, he cannot use any other softwares. Like this, I can create any number of users, but all these users will become normal users with limited permissions. But this user is very special. He is administrator. He can do anything. So in Windows operating system, we call administrator, whereas in Linux, we call him as root user. Same functionality. Administrator and root user, same functionality, but the differences is only in name. Here we call admin, there we call root user. And in Windows, we call folder. This is the folder. These are all folders. In Linux, we call, what do we call in Linux? Directory. In Windows, we call them folder. In Linux, we call them as directory. In Windows operating system, we call softwares like install putty software, install Chrome software, install antivirus software, like software terminology we use. But in Linux operating system, we change the terminology. We call here as package, like install Chrome package, install Tomcat package. I mean, we call as package. Here we use backward slash for separating the directories. For example, uh, I'll go to C drive, users. Currently where I'm in Arbin folder that is under users, that is under C drive. If I want to see the path, see this is the path. See here, copy, C backward slash users backward slash Aravind. But in Windows operating system, see in Windows we use backward slash, but in Linux we use forward slash. So this is the only difference. Here we use backward slash for separating. Here we use forward slash for separating. See here, this is in Windows. In Linux, how do we write? C forward slash users forward slash array. These are some differences between Windows operating system and Linux operating system. Any questions? Are you listening? Okay, fine. Next one is file system hierarchy. So before understanding file system hierarchy, let me tell you something in Windows. In Windows, how the file system hierarchy will be. This is a new laptop. As of now, we didn't install anything Azure. Just now I installed Windows operating system. Once we install Windows operating system, first, what will be there here? C drive. So my operating system is installed where? It is installed in C drive. So C drive is like top. I don't have anything other. D, E drive. I have like everything is inside C drive only. The storage of this is 222 GB. So in C drive, what options we have? If you want to see what you need to do, double click on C drive, you can see. So under C drive, we have like 131 Apple, Aravind, Intel, old data, perflogs, program files, users, Windows. Again, if I click on users, under users, what are there again? Temp, public, Aravind. Again, if I click on Aravind, again, many things are there, like dot Android. So this is called hierarchy, not only for users, like for each and everything. Like here we have many things, under here we have many things, like here also. Again, here also you have many things. Overall, this is like hierarchy, file system hierarchy. Who is the administrator in Windows operating system? Aravind user is the administrator. This user is present under which directory? Under users directory. Users is like home for Aravind user. This users folder is like a home for Aravind because this Aravind user is under users. Users is under C drive. So this is a file system hierarchy in Windows. Now coming to file system hierarchy in Linux. In Linux, everything starts from this forward slash. We call this forward slash as root directory. In Linux, how C drive for us? Similarly, in Windows, how C drive for us? In Linux, this forward slash like that. Same like C drive. Whatever you like, once you install Linux operating system in your machine, everything comes under this root directory only. Inside this root directory, like it is divided into many subdirectories. Again, there is a root directory. There is home directory. This home is having easy to user directory. Root directory is again divided into etc, USR directory, boot directory, bin directory, sbin directory, like many more. We call this as root. We call this one also root. But what is the difference? This is representing using some characters like forward slash. It is representing with some alphabets, ROOT. It is using some forward slash. But how to differentiate both of them? We call this one also root. We call this one also root. If I ask you something, copy that file to root directory. You will be confused. Which root? This root or this root? So that's why to differentiate, we call this one as top level root because it is like top level. Beyond this, we don't have anything other. Just like if you assume this as India, India is having many states like Telangana, like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, like Karnataka, like different states, MP, UP, like Delhi. Like again, Karnataka. Karnataka is having its capital. Telangana having its capital. Like Tamil Nadu having capital. Like again, it is dividing. Similarly, so this is a country. These are like states, again cities, capital cities. Again, like another mandals, like how the hierarchy will be there for the country level. Here in this hierarchy, everything starts at top level root. This top level root is again having subdirectories like root directory, home directory, etc directory, USR directory, boot, bin, sbin. Again, home is having EC to user directory, etc also having many things, USR also having many things, like plenty of things also there. You need to understand mainly two things. What is root directory? What is home directory? You need to understand these two things. Rest of them, even if you don't understand, also no worries, no problem. But just try to understand what is root, what is home. In Windows operating system, who is the administrator? Arvind is the administrator. See, this Arvind is the administrator. Where is this Arvind? Where is that Arvind user? He is under users folder. See, inside C drive, we have users folder. Inside users, Arvind is there. So users is the home directory. Users is the home for Arvind user. Similarly, in Linux operating system, this is home for root user. In Linux, we call him as root user. In Windows, we call admin. In Linux, we call root user, right? So for that root user, what is a home? Root directory is a home. Where will that root user lie? Root users will present under root directory. What about normal users? Remaining normal users, where they will stay? For remaining normal users, home directory is the home. This is, if you take one building, this is one building. It is having three portions, 2 BHK, 2 BHK, 2 BHK. This is 3 BHK. Owner of the building stays here. This is like owner of the building. These are tenants. So this is like root directory. So this is root. Owner will stay here. Tenants, tenant 1, tenant 2, tenant 3. These all tenants are staying here in home. All tenants will stay here, owner will stay here. Root is the root is the home directory for root user. Home is the home directory for remaining normal users. Understood this one? Differences between root directory and home directory. Very, very important. Guys, is it clear? Uh, Karthik, can you unmute all of them? Yeah, you can ask now if you have any questions. Yes, Surya. There will be only one root user for single operating system. And you can have multiple normal users. Okay, somebody is asking, explain once again. This is like top level root. Everything comes under top level root. It is like C drive. Once you install operating system Windows, that where it will be installed, Windows is installed in C drive only. Once you install Linux operating system, where it will install under top level root. In this top level root, you have many subdirectories. It is like a folder. Inside this folder, you have many subfolders. Root is a folder, home is a folder, etc is a folder. All these are subfolders. What is this folder about? It is about home. This is like home for root user. This is home for normal users. First of all, difference between root user and normal user. Root user is like administrator. He can do anything. He will have all permissions. Normal user will not have all permissions. They will have some restrictions. So owner is like root. Root is under root directory. Normal users are under home directory. Okay. In which scenario we will use root, that you will understand later. How it looks, top level root can show. That I can show you practically once I launch Linux server. Okay, Shilpa. Once we launch Linux machine, I can show you practical. Any other questions in this hierarchy? Once again. Karthik Nagro, host Shiva. So no questions, right? What next? Yes. So it look like this file system hierarchy. This is top level directory. Under top level directory, you have root directory. Root directory is a home directory for root user. Root user will stay inside root directory. Again, under top directory, top level root, we have home directory also. What is this home directory about? Home directory is home for, see, it is a home directory for other users. For remaining normal users, this is the home directory. And you can see boot directory also. This directory contains all bootable files. etc directory, it contains all configuration files like operating system, softwares related config files are under etc directory. USR directory. By default, if you install any package, that is installed in USR directory. Just like in Windows, if you install any software, where it will be installed? It will be installed under program files. Like you install Gate, you install Google, like we install Notepad++, Putty software, MS Office, like whatever you install, everything is installed in program files. How program files for us in Windows? Similarly, USR is like that for Linux. Whatever you install, that will be installed under USR directory. Okay. Next, bin directory. Like bin directory contains like commands, Linux commands, which are used by normal users. The sbin directory contains sbin directory contains commands which are used by like normal root user. Okay. So far what we discussed means, till now we have discussed about history of operating systems. Like what are the different types of operating systems, like how they are classified, differences between Windows and Linux architecture, differences between Windows and Linux operating system, advantages of Linux operating system, then file system of Linux operating system. I'm not getting option to unmute. Karthik, can you unmute these people?
Yes, Aravind. So now the people can unmute themselves.
Yes, you can unmute and you can ask if you have any questions in these topics, whatever we discussed. Only in these topics, if you have any questions, you ask. I assume silence means like everyone has understood these topics. Fine. Next one. See, we learned some things like theoretically what is Linux operating system, like from where it got introduced, what will be the file system hierarchy, how the architecture is there. Now, to practice Linux operating system, we need to install Linux OS first of all. But where will install? In our Windows, in our laptop means no, because already Windows is installed here. In our computer, already Windows is installed. Now I'm not going to install Linux in my computer, in my laptop. Instead, what we'll do, we will create AWS account. If you create AWS account, AWS has plenty of services. One of the services is EC2 service. It has like plenty of services it is giving. So one of the services is EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud. Using this service, we can launch virtual machines. Using this EC2 service, we can launch virtual machine. So we'll launch one virtual machine. In this virtual machine, we will install Linux operating system and we practice Linux commands in this virtual server. Now we'll understand how to create AWS account. Okay, next one is like how to create AWS account. AWS account creation. What we need to do? First of all, go to this URL aws.amazon.com. aws.amazon.com. This URL will redirect you to sign in page, create an AWS account button. Click on create an AWS account. Everyone, just observe here. Click on create an AWS account. This is a 5 minutes process for creating AWS account. You need to enter your email address. Everyone give your email ID. Like you have your registered email is right @gmail.com. Everyone, Google account is there, right? So give your Gmail ID, give your full name here. It's not mandatory to give full name. You can give your first name also. So give your name, click on verify email address. Once you click on verify email address, AWS will send one OTP for your email ID, for your registered email ID, like whatever the email you enter here. Copy that copy that OTP and paste it here in the verification code. You need to enter your verification code here, that OTP, and click on verify. That's it. Your email address will be verified. Once your email address is verified, next you need to set up password for your account, AWS account. Enter root user password and confirm password. After that, click on continue. Next, after continuing, it will ask you to enter your profile details, like your full name. First, you need to select personal account or business purpose. It is like personal account. Give your full name, your mobile number. If you are staying in other countries, change the country code and enter your number. Give your country address. Click on continue. And then it will ask credit card or debit card details. You need to enter either credit card or debit card details. These cards must be either Visa card, MasterCard, American Express. Like RuPay cards, some other cards will not accept. Like you people not observe when you enter the details of RuPay card and you say like it is not working. So better check which card it is, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Out of these three only it will work. Can give either credit or debit card. Give complete details, expiration date, years, card name, card holder name, CVV details, everything. And provide your address. It will ask for PAN card if you have PAN card, like you need to enter PAN card details. Give your OTP. Once you give OTP, they will deduct 2 rupees from your card. This is only for verification, whether this card belongs to you or not. For verification purpose only. This is not like fees. It is not like fees. Okay. This is only for verification. If you give OTP, that means what? You're confirming this card belongs to you only. They'll deduct 2 rupees and within 24 hours, they will refund this 2 rupees back to your card again. They'll refund back within 24 hours to your card again. After confirmation of your card details, what next? Next, you need to give your identity details. Like this is the name, like first of all, like in the first page, you have given your name, right? That name will come display here. You need to choose. And primary purpose of account registration, like why you are creating this account. For select this drop down and choose personal use. You have plenty of options, like 5-6 options. Choose personal use. Why? Because we are creating this AWS account for practicing AWS course as well as DevOps and for learning Linux commands. So this is for our personal use of it. Ownership type. So this account belongs to individual. This account belongs to you only. So this is an individual account and you are the owner of this account. So choose individual type. Ownership is then for evidence, like for proof, like you need to enter your PAN card details, then click on continue. It will ask you to enter your numbers. Everyone, please put. It will ask you to enter this text message or voice call. If you give text message, they'll send one OTP for confirmation. If you enter voice call, you will get one automated call you will receive. Press 1 for confirming AWS account, press 2, like that, you will get one call. So choose anything, give your country code wherever. If you are staying in India, choose Indian number. If you're staying in US, choose US number, because you will receive OTP or call. Then enter this captcha and send SMS. This is like confirmation of your mobile number. Then finally, you need to select what kind of support plan you need. AWS is giving 3 types of support: basic support, developer support, business support. Basic support means they provide 24/7 support for your billing related issues, account related issues. Developer support, business support is like purchased paid version. You need to pay $29 per month for developer, $100 per month for business. But business is absolutely free. In these supports, you will get other support also. Like technically, if you have any questions in AWS, you are stuck in some task, you don't know how to use some services, you can take help from support team. They'll guide you how to work on that issue also. But here, only related to only account related and billing related issues, they will guide you for free, not technical related. So for us, this is a free tier account, right? So you can choose basic support and click on complete sign up. That's it. AWS account is created. So these are the steps to create AWS account. So this account, whatever we are creating, this is absolutely free of cost. We call it as AWS free tier account. This one, free cloud computing. So it will be free for 12 months. Whatever this account you are creating, this is free for 12 months. What features you are getting here in this free tier account? See, coming to EC2 service. See, in AWS, we have plenty of services as I told. Amazon EC2 is a service. This service you can use 750 hours free per month. Per month up to 750 hours. You can see 750 hours means using EC2 service. What we do, we launch some servers. You can make this server running continuously for 24/7. Every day, 24 hours, you can keep it running. If it is running for 24 hours, this server, how many hours it will become? 24 hours into 30 days. Almost 24, 240, 240. It will be like around 720, I think. 720 hours. If you keep this server running for continuously 24/7 for 1 month, it will become around 720 hours. Like almost you are reaching this limitation. But what if you launch 5 servers? You launched 5 servers. If this 5 servers are running state continuously 24/7, then it will exceed, right? 720 hours, 720 hours, 720, 720, 720. Almost like 3,400, 3,500 hours. You will be exceeding this limitation per month. Per month, it is giving only 750 hours maximum limit. You are exceeding 750, then billing will be generated. So you need to be careful. What you need to do to avoid this? You need to stop that server. If your work is done, you need to stop. If you stop, then it will not generate the bills. If it is running, it will generate the bill. So you need to make sure whether the servers are in running state, stop state. Not only EC2, coming to this S3 service. S3 service is about storage related. It will give unlimited storage, but in this free tier, it is giving only 5 GB for free of cost. If you exceed 5 GB, it will generate the bills. RDS database, if you exceed 750, it will generate the bills. Every month, this is giving 750, 5 GB storage, 750 hours per month. So any service, if you are exceeding, then they will start generating the bills. Now let's log into AWS account. I already have an AWS account. Root user, like I'm giving my email address, give captcha. So this is how an AWS account console looks like. This is my AWS account console. This is my account ID, account name, account ID. To sign out of this account, here is a button, sign out button. Currently, I am in which region? Means I'm in Tokyo region. As I told you in last class, AWS has data centers across the globe. In 33 regions, Amazon has their data centers. Right now, my console is in, like my console, it is redirected to Tokyo region. Means whatever I do here, that will be reflected in Tokyo region. If I launch one server, that server will be launched in Tokyo. If I create one database, that will be created in Tokyo data center. If I create storage, that storage is created in Tokyo. But I have a requirement to create one virtual machine in Mumbai region, not in Tokyo. What I have to do, I have to change this region. Click on this drop down. You need to choose. North Virginia means US East 1, Ohio means US East 2. Like mine is Mumbai, right? My requirement. So select Mumbai. Currently, I'm in Tokyo. So switch it to Mumbai. Right now, I'm in Mumbai region. Whatever I do here, everything will be reflected in Mumbai region. If I create server, if I create storage, database, everything is created in Mumbai data center. In this way, you need to choose regions. So where you are going to create the infrastructure, where is your requirement? You need to select the regions from here. But while practicing, you don't choose all regions. So you stick for one region. Either you choose North Virginia, either you choose Tokyo or Mumbai, anything. But stick for only one region and practice entire course in that region only. Why? Because the reason, let's say you launched 5 servers in Mumbai and you forgot. You forgot you launched 5 servers in Mumbai and you next time when you log into your AWS account, you are in Tokyo. You will start practicing in Tokyo. You create servers again in Tokyo, you practice there. Again, when next time when you log in, you might be in North Virginia. You forgot that you created in Mumbai, you've created in Tokyo. Again, you will launch there. What happens? This leads to generate more bills. You will forget you forgot to stop the instances. Servers will be in running state, bills will be generated more. So that's why better to stick one region so that you will see what is created, what is not created. You will get to know. And next, AWS means itself services. Amazon Web Services. What type of services AWS is having? You can see here services. These are all, see all services. These are all services. Activate for startups, AWS Amplify, API Gateway, AWS App Mesh. These are all services. 200 plus services are there in AWS. Again, they're classified into like analytics. So these services are related to analytics. Athena service comes under analytics. AWS Clean Rooms comes under analytics. Cloud Search comes under analytics. These are all comes under analytics. If you click on compute, these all services comes under compute. Like batch service, EC2 service, EC2 image builder, Elastic Beanstalk, Lambda. All this comes under compute service. Storage related here. AWS backup service, EFS service, FSX, S3, S3 Glacier, the storage gateway, AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery. These all services comes under storage service, storage related. Like robotics related. Like plenty of services are there, and we are not going to learn all those services, like not required also. We are learning services which we mentioned in our course curriculum, only them. Next one is like billing related. how bills are generated. If you want to see bills, how much billing is generated till now for this month. If you want to see, go to billing and cost management. This is the bill for current month, July 1st to July 31st. Still July month is running. Today date is July 8th. For the last 8 days in July month, I got around $12 billing. I haven't paid also anything. So for what I got this bill means, for EC2 service, $10. For KMS service, $0.33. EC2 service, where I used. In Tokyo region, $10, and North Virginia, $0, even though there I used. Over tax, $1.89. Like total, it is 12 point change, $12.8. Go to payments. You can see the bills for previous month. I got total 3,984 bills billing. This is June month invoice, July month invoice. So this billing is for May, billing period May. I got invoice in June month. For June month billing, I got invoice in July. And for June, I got bill 3,800. For May, I got 140. So till now, 3,984. And in current month, in July, for 8 days only, I got around $12. 12 means almost 12, it's 960 rupees change. So totally around some 4,000 change bill I got. Do I need to pay these bills? Is it required to pay the bills? Means not required. See, I didn't pay June month, I didn't pay July month, and I didn't pay May month also. I didn't pay even 1 rupee. What will they do? They used to send mails. Regularly, they'll send mails, billing related. Let me show you one. See this? The greetings from Amazon Web Services. For this AWS account, the billing is 1,161. To pay, go through this link. They'll send these kind of emails regularly to pay the bills. Or I'll just ignore them. They'll see for 3 to 4 months. If you're not paying the bills, it's been already 3 months for me. Like May month bill generated, June month generated, and currently July is running. If July bill also I don't pay, then they will suspend my account. To remove from suspension, one option is you need to pay the bill. And one more option, just ignore and create a new AWS account. You can create one more AWS account with new email ID, with new mobile number, and keep a different PAN card and keep different credit card or debit. Create one more account and you can practice. See, to avoid, I'm not saying if for my previous account I got some 30,000. For that, I got some 1 lakh billing also because I forgot to stop. So you can avoid, you can get less billing like 100 rupees, 50 rupees also you can like, okay. If you make sure all services are in stopped state, like you didn't create any unnecessary things. Even if you create something, once your practice is done, you need to delete them. If you maintain these things, You will not get more billings like this. Then you can keep your account for 5 months, 6 months, 7, 8 months also. Okay. So this is about billing related. I think you have option for unmute. If you have any questions, you can ask till here.
So why to select the region? It is like global, right? It can store, like if we open the Facebook, it can we cannot see that, right, where it is getting open and all. For this,
Billing
why
page,
region is needed?
billing page is global service. Billing is for global.
Okay.
Only billing. See, normally you have EC2 service. This is for
Mhm.
launching servers. There you can select regions, North Virginia, Ohio, Tokyo, Mumbai, Hyderabad. But billing is not related to one region. You perform something in North Virginia, you perform something in Tokyo, you did something in Mumbai. For all these regions, a consolidated billing will be generated here. So this is a global service. This billing is for all the regions.
Okay.
Hi, Aravind, I have a question about billing. My question is, say they're suspending if I don't pay it like for 3 months or 6 months, right? Will I not be open at all with the same account again?
You can
Even
open. You can open. You can open.
okay, after 6 months or a year, right?
No, after paying the bill,
Oh, but if I don't pay it at all,
you cannot open because that is suspended.
and if it's suspended, I cannot never use that, right? That account.
You cannot use if it is suspended.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
To remove from suspension, either you need to pay the bills or you need to just simply ignore that account and create new one.
Hi, Aravind.
Hi.
This is all for practicing, right? Like we
Yes.
create once we get into companies or something, they will generate things, these bills and all, right?
Yes. In your project, there you are not going to create your AWS account. Nothing. Already existing AWS account will be there. They will give access for you.
Yeah.
Not create a new AWS account also for you. Like if Bindu is joined, no, let's create a new account for Bindu. No, it's not like that. Already an existing account will be there. They will give access for that account. So you will log into their AWS account with your name, your email ID like Bindu at the rate, that infosys.com, your password 123456. You will be accessing that account with your credentials.
Uh, for this real-time projects, what we are going to do in the future, like this 2 months and all. At that time, we need to do these things and all, right? Like this bill generation and all, and not generation. We need to do this like install and everything, right?
Yeah, in these 2 months, what we'll be doing means we will learn AWS services, different types of services. Like what is EC2 service, how we are launching servers using EC2. What is S3 service, how we are creating storage related buckets using S3. What is RDS, like that. We'll be discussing some AWS services theoretically as well as practically. For those things, what we do practically, bills will be generated. Okay. So that billing only you can see from this billing dashboard.
Okay. Okay, Aravind, thank you.
Shweta is asking in organizations on whose account AWS will be. In organization, like for which project you're working. Let's say in a company, there are plenty of projects. DMart project, HDFC project, like some banking project. You are working on a banking project like SBI. You need to create one AWS account in the name of SBI. Who is going to pay the bills? Client is going to pay the bills. Who is client? SBI. SBI is the client, right? They will pay the bills. So there will be only one AWS account that is in the name of client, and everyone will access that account only, that single AWS account only with their credentials. Everybody will have their separate credentials. They used to log into that account. But in practice, in time, each and every individual can create their own AWS account. This is free tier account. But in organization, we are not going to create free tier. There we create business purpose account. Understood, Shweta? Okay. Next, see, you did something, for example, billing related only. Actually, you didn't use anything, but still you are getting 3,900 something bill. Now you want to ask to your customer support. You want to contact to them, just like in Amazon or in Flipkart or in Myntra. You ordered something, but they delivered something. What you will do? You can't reach them directly offline. You can't go to their store. What do you contact customer support? They'll help you. Here also you can connect to customer support through these settings. This one question mark. You can see support center. Click on support center. Yeah, you see here. You need to create a case. Case means ticket. What is your issue? Based on that issue, you need to create one ticket. What type of issue it is? Is it account and billing related or technical questions? If you have any technical questions, that service is not available for us because our account is a free tier account. Will be not getting that access. But in real time, you can contact technical support also. Now coming to account and billing, we have this support because this is getting in free support plan, basic support plan. What type of service is it? Academic, programming, account activation. Let's say billing related category, payment issues. Next step. Subject. What is your question? I have getting some more bills, even if not use it. Assume this is my issue. You need to describe in detail here. If you have any evidences, you can attach files here and how you want to contact them. Oh, here, how is it become recommended now? Okay. Name of this, the field is going to help your card face. Yeah. We'll do one thing otherwise. October. Now contact us. How do you want to contact? If you click on web and click on submit, they will send you reply to your email ID. Which email ID? Through which account you registered this AWS account? Through which email ID you used, for that email ID, they will revert back with a solution. No, I don't want to communicate in email. I want to communicate with mobile. So you need to give your mobile number, contact number. They will call you after half an hour or 1 hour in their free time. They'll call you and you can make a conversation to address that issue. No, I don't have that much time also. I want to contact immediately with, so you can click on chat. Once you click on submit, one person will come to live now. I don't know from which region he will be or she will be, but that person will come to live chat. They'll discuss with us. They are not robots. These associates belong to a Amazon company. They work in Amazon. You know, like people working in Amazon company, there is a separate section like customer, uh, working for customers. So they will be coming to live with us to chat. You know, these are not like non-technical people. These are purely technical persons. They know everything about AWS, technically, non-technically, everything. See, Carol has joined and will be ready to chat. Hello, my name is Carol. I'm here to assist. He's saying, hi, this is Aravind. So you can ask anything to them, like what is your issue? You can reach out anything. They will try to resolve your issues. If it is technical, since our account is not supporting technical, so they cannot help you. But if it's not technical, definitely they will help you. I'm asking something more. How many days I can use my account I can understand your concern regarding the unexpected charges in your account. Let's see what he'll reply. Please allow me some time to take a look into your account. So he'll be addressing our issues. So this is how we contact to AWS customer support. So this is the ticket ID, case ID number. This case is about this status. It's unassigned case ID created. It's about category, language, account. Whatever we chat, whatever conversation we have, everything will be like recorded here. And that will be your conversation, chat conversation also sent to the email ID. Your team members can also see what you have what conversation you have also. So you need to be careful like what you are chatting. Just now I got a reply from them. Your free tier gets expired on April 2025. So I have time till April 2025, but if I don't pay the bills, it will be suspended immediately. That's it. Thanks. And let's end it here. So this is about AWS support. If you have any questions, how to support means from here, you can contact to customer support. Services. If you want to search any service, like I want to search for EC2 service, type here EC2. Please show. Click on EC2. Now that service will open. Now I'm looking for S3 service. Just simply search for S3 service in search box. S3. So this is S3 service. If you click on S3, it will open S3 service. So tomorrow, what we'll do?
Hi, Aravind.
Wait. Tomorrow we'll be launching Linux servers from AWS account using EC2 service. We are going to launch Linux servers and practice Linux commands. This is tomorrow's like next class agenda. Your task for today is creating AWS account. Everyone be ready with your AWS accounts. I have explained you how to create AWS account. It's like hardly 5 to 10 minutes time for creating this account. So be ready with AWS accounts. Okay. Yes, now you can ask if you have any questions.
Hi, Aravind. If suppose if I launch five servers in EC2, so do I have option to check like how many hours like I have used in that particular month?
So your question is like, can we check how many hours it ran till now for the 5 servers like that?
Yeah, in that particular month or in a day.
Yes. In a day, it's not like, but overall it is like 750 hours. Till now, how many hours you utilized it? You can see. So this month, in July month, till now, total 750 hours. Till now, I utilized around 43 hours. Available 707 hours remaining. 6% I used. Okay.
Okay.
You can see
And
here
one,
in EC2 dashboard, you can check offer usage monthly. Monthly 750 hours. I used 43 hours, 42 hours change. 6% is used still. Next, somebody is asking, based on the region, billing will generate. If we change region, billing will vary. See, in North Virginia, if you use some services, you will get one kind of billing. In Mumbai, you will use same services, you will get different kind of billing. It depends on region also, but not huge variation, like slight variation. If you launch a server in North Virginia, if it is getting $1, in Mumbai for same server for same time, they may charge $1.2. Slight variation will be there. Anything else? Is it clear for everyone, today's session?
Hi Arvind, I have one doubt, sir.
Hmm.
Like if you want to create like account, like second account, so we'll have to use like different email ID, right?
Yes.
Like okay, using one ID, like we can
No.
create only
It
one
will say
account.
already AWS account is created with this existing email ID.
Yes, sir. So if you want to create separate account, then we'll have to use like another email ID, right?
Yes.
Oh.
And Pravalika is asking what will we do if our account has ran out of credits? See, even if you're reaching your limitation, if you're exceeding that limits, they'll generate the bills, they'll ask you, they'll follow up to pay the bills. If you don't pay for 1 month or 2 months, they'll see for 1, 2 months and finally they'll suspend. Hardly they can suspend, that's it. They will not deduct money from your credit card or debit card. You don't need to worry about that. They'll suspend all.
Oh.
But make sure
Then
to keep
after
yes.
in this AWS account, after practicing, we can clear the things to not to generate the bill.
See that you need to take care. Like after you creating some infrastructure, your practice is done. You stop that. You delete them.
Just sign out is enough. Otherwise, we
No,
have
no,
to
no.
delete it.
Even if you sign out from your account, the services are running right in the cloud. The infrastructure is already created in the cloud. Even though you
Okay.
sign out from your account, that doesn't uh, delete that infrastructure. If you delete
Okay.
them manually, then only you will stop the bills.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Still any questions? Okay.